We're here with our women's volleyball coach, Becky Cox. First, let's talk about some of your goals heading into the season.
Well, we haven't actually set team goals. It's kind of one of the things we're going to be working on this weekend, but every year, obviously, trying to get into the UMAC conference tournament is a key for us. And last year, finishing one spot off, that makes this one, makes it a definite goal for us this year to qualify for that UMAC tournament in that fourth spot to begin with. And it's exciting because once you get to the tournament, anything can happen, and this year you get an automatic bid. And every year I start the year out just thinking the sky's the limit, and I think that this year I think we have a very talented team, and so, hey, doing as well as we can in conference, getting to that conference tournament is huge for us, and that would be a big goal. I always want to have winning records, so I'm just competitive and I think the team can do very well in that. So we have some tough competition. I want to play well, especially early on in those games. And then kind of a goal is also improving our defense, just overall. Last year when I came in, I think I was a little bit concerned about the offense, moving up to the college and having more of a mixing it up on offense, and I didn't focus as much on defense, which has always been an important thing for me. And so just as a personal goal for me, I wanted to emphasize serve receiving and defense this year. Last year our serve receiving, I think we were around a little under 2 for our serve receiving numbers, and we want to improve that, because if we can get it up higher, that means we're running more options on our offense. We can't run an offense if we can't get our defense going. So I think that's kind of a focus of mine.
Kind of expounding on that, last year was your first year at both at MLSD and coaching, being the head coach in college. What do you think are some of the things that are different for you and maybe for the program now heading into your second year?
Well, one of the things that I really noticed last year when I got up here, everybody asked me how the team looked, and I went, oh, they look good. I had no comparison for, what is our competition going to be like? Do I have all the people that I need to have in the right places? That type of thing. And I think this year, having been through the conference season, having been through those different tournaments, I think at least I have a little bit better idea of what our competition is going to be and where we might measure up. And I'm still very optimistic that we're going to do well, but at least I have a little bit more of a clue of what we're doing. I know last year I was kind of, I don't even know what to expect when we, step on the court and so forth. So I think that helps a lot, just in a comfort zone for me. In trying to prepare the girls, and I think that's a big thing, because I was kind of shooting in the dark a little bit last year in terms of, what are we preparing on? Do I have the things? Are we prepared? And so forth. Luckily, we had a lot of returning players, so that helped last year. And then, as I mentioned, I think we really need to focus on our blocking and our passing, defensive aspects, and that's something that I've always believed in through all my years of coaching, because if you just keep digging that ball up, let the other team make their mistake. So that's something I really want to continue to work on and continue to improve on this year as we go into the season in my second year and so forth.
This year's team specifically, can we just kind of talk about the mix of the returning talent plus your newcomers that you have coming in?
Yeah, last year, of course, everybody was new for me, but we had a lot of returning players. This year it was nice for me to come in and at least have an idea of what people were going to be able to do from the returners, and then of course we had a number of new faces. We have a number of new faces on the team this year. I expanded the roster this year. Last year we had 12 on our roster, and this year I decided to carry 14 and expand that, which is a really huge team for me. In the high school, of course, you have the JV and the freshman team that you can pull from, but you don't have that opportunity in college. So I really wanted to expand that and give more opportunities to girls. And so part of the reason we have more new faces is because of the expanded roster, but we obviously have 7 returning players and 6 new faces on the team. And a number of the new faces are going to have impacts this weekend. A couple of them will be in the lineup on a regular basis as starters, and we will have some other people getting some court time. And then, of course, working on developing and bringing them along. And the other interesting thing is, specifically in the middle with Emily coming off her injury, Rachel Hine, who played last year, and she's a returner, but she didn't see much playing time in the middle. So she's kind of inexperienced there. but they have an energy, they have enthusiasm, a little bit quiet. I'm trying to get the freshmen to realize that they can loosen up and, you know, have some fun and relax. And then hopefully the older girls have the experience and the knowledge that they can share and help the new faces. But I think our talent meshes very well. And then of course the other thing is team chemistry. And everybody seems to get along very well, and that is huge. Team chemistry is so important in all sports, I'm sure, and very important in volleyball. You can't just give it to one person and let them drive up the field or the court and score. You have to be able to. It's totally a team sport, and the more your team can laugh together and enjoy each other's company and so forth, that bond usually carries over onto the court, I think. And so we're working on building that. Obviously, with 6 new faces, that means that you know, we've got a lot more people to get to know, but we're trying to take steps in that direction. And I'm really optimistic. Like I said, I think the new and the old talent really mesh together, and I think it's going to make us a stronger team. And we only have 3 seniors on the team, so it'll be good for returning for the future.
Okay, thank you, Coach Cox, and good luck this season.
Thanks.